Okay. Right, so that is the terms, and now I'm going to explain a little bit more complicated stuff about these drop down menus here. I first want to cover the priority shipping and travel stuff. Yeah. Okay, so priority shipping and travel. Here is the segment here. Essentially, I'm not going to explain what a priority shipping and travel is. If you have no idea what that is, you need more explanation. Talk to the talk to your managers to explain to you in more details about it. But I'm going to explain that there are three ways that PST calculation can be incorporated in a quote. Right. First, you can have it as an integrated or added value on top of the instrument price. You can also have that priority shipping and travel as a separate line items, so separate it from the instrument price entirely, and also to not include priority shipping and travel whatsoever. Yeah. So if you look at this code here, yeah, you can see the numbers here in circles, 1, 2, and 3. Yeah, here this number here signifies basically that this particular line item has the priority shipping and travel, and number 3. If you look at here, number 3 means 1 year support by mail is included within this product. Formulatrix will provide remote support, including parts and labor, to remain blah blah blah. So, and you can see on this side here, you can see PST amount $1,050. So this is added into the instrument price. Yeah, 25,050. So if you look at the items part here, and you look at the Mantis, so the Mantis V3 itself is $24,000, but it, for some reason here, it shows up at $25,050. So it automatically, on this particular case, this automatically the price is automatically added by the PST amount, right? So the PST amount you see here are calculated using these three variables. Okay, so these three variables are first travel cost for one person. For 1 day as an emergency travel visit, cost for round-trip shipment, and cost per extra kilogram of round-trip shipment. Basically, based on these three variables and the chance of this particular products requires a maintenance or shipment or a visit or something like that, then we could generate a priority shipping and travel variables to add to the quote. So sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes you want to, instead of having that calculation in each of the line items, you want to have that as a separate line item. Yeah, you can write that in this. You can simply write that that amount in this particular cell here. So say, instead of $1,000, I want to quote that as maybe $2,000. Perhaps you're shipping this Mantis to somewhere very far away, and it would cost a lot of money to ship it back and forth. Yeah, so you use this instead. So by entering a number in this cell, it will override this calculation entirely, right? I have written a small note here. If you want to use this calculation, this particular cell needs to be blank, like that blank. You cannot use 0, because it will still use up these numbers, and it will not show up. But instead use a blank if you want to use the three variables. Otherwise, if you can also key in, say, $2,000 here, and you can update your code again, and you can see here now on a quote basic and also quote line items, another line item is pops up here: priority shipping and travel first year. Yeah, priority shipping and travel, $2,000 here. And now you can see the Mantis price, $24,000 is still at $24,000 without calculating the PST amount. Yeah. And you can also notice that the numbers in circle here is no longer available. Okay. As well as that notification here. Right. So priority shipping and travel, $2,000. So again, if you want, if you put this in 0, it will actually. Okay. Now just update. It actually comes out here as 0, right? It doesn't automatically. You can see as well here. You know you can get the number. It's still 24,000. It doesn't add up the priority shipping and travel into the line items. It simply shows up as 0. But if you delete these line items, if you delete this cell and do an update, you will get 25,050. Yeah. Priority shipping and travel integrated into the items again. Okay. Now the third one, sometimes I don't know. Maybe you're saying you're selling to a distributor. You're selling to someone that hey, I can pay for the travel. I can pay for the shipment. I have a special rate with the FedEx or DHL or whatever. Then you can simply decline the priority shipping and travel. So to decline a priority shipping and travel, I usually write decline here. Okay, and do an update. Okay, so now the priority shipping and travel will shows up in here as decline, where the you can see here it doesn't add up the priority shipping and travel. Yeah. So if your customer doesn't want priority shipping and travel, you need to signify that decline. Don't simply mention 0. Otherwise, the priority shipping and travel just come up in the code. It won't look pretty good. So use decline there. Right. So that's priority shipping and travel. I hope that's clear. For now, for an example, I would just put this back to the automatic calculation. Okay, so priority shipping and travel, installation type. Okay, so installation type, this segment here. Okay, so some options of installation that we can use here. So we can either install by visit, typically true for big instrumentation. You need to have an installation phase set up with support for radar 1000, for example, or you can do remote installation where you get the customer on the phone or using a remote connection for an install. Say if you're installing a Mantis, yeah. Or no install needed. Maybe you're selling to a distributor or selling to someone that does the integration works for Mantis or Tempest. Then you don't particularly need any install, and you can signify that in here. Okay, so let's say install by visit here. Okay, so here is where you want where you can write the amount for shipping and travel for installation. So this is these numbers. If you don't know the numbers that work for this particular case, there is a guidance over here on the shipment cost tab that shows shipment cost, approximate shipment cost, to a different countries or continents, I guess, for different items. So you can use this number as a guidance. This number is obviously pretty old, and the safe practice is to mark up this mark up these numbers, at least by 30% to make sure you cover the extra margin. And make sure you remember that all of the products is shipped from Indonesia. So this calculation is based on a shipment from Indonesia. So if say you're shipping a mantis from a stock in the US, then the shipment costs would be different. You cannot use this calculation. Okay, so this is shipping and travel for installation. On some occasions, you might want to separate shipping and installation cost, or you want to simply only have the shipping costs or only have the installation costs, whatever. You can use these numbers instead. So I can put this blank. Use this in this particular case. This is a mantis, so obviously I don't need installation costs. I only need shipment costs. Let's say I charge $1,000 for shipping the mantis, and now you can. So you can update the quote here. You can see shipping $1,000, but I don't know. Maybe your customer want us to visit instead, because they're not happy with they're not confident with their technical ability. Even though they got a mantis, they want us to install it. Then you can charge for installation cost. Obviously, let's say another $1,000. Yeah. Please press update, and also here you can it will show up as installation cost. Or other scenario, you want to combine this, say $2,000 for shipment and installation. You can do that as well by doing this. Yeah, just click update, okay, and it show up as shipping and travel for installation $2,000. Okay. Right, and the other thing is that sometimes maybe you're selling into a distributor, or you're selling into integration people. So you're integrating this with some other products. You're shipping it there. You don't need maybe you don't cover the shipment because the customer cover for that. You want to signify that in a quote. So instead of charging shipping and travel, you can also type in X words here, EXW, which basically means that all the shipment and travel for installation is not our responsibility. It's X works to the customers, which is usually distributor on my case. You can update that, and again, this will apply in here as well. So shipping and travel for installation X works. Yeah, that is the other example that we can use.